Mary Brown, and we maybe haven't met yet because I'm new here.
Are you really?
I'm new. This is going to be my first Sunday as your senior pastor here at Central, and I'm very excited. A first sermon is really fun to write because for us as Christians and for us as Methodists, frankly, there's really only one place to start, and I'm very excited to get to talk about that this Sunday. But I'm also nervous because I'm new here. Thankfully, all the staff, like Patrick, are really nice and very patient and incredibly smart.
Wow, keep going. No kidding.
Right, and so I'm here with Patrick to get me some of the information I need to know in order to show up on time for my job on Sunday. And I thought that some of you might need to know this stuff too. Like maybe you've watched online for a long time and you thought maybe you'd come in person and check out this new senior pastor. Or maybe you've been considering visiting. For whatever reason, maybe you need to know what I need to know. So I'm gonna grill Patrick.
Please.
First things first, parking in downtown Asheville is a situation. When I come on Sunday morning, where do I park?
So we have a few areas to park. I would say, and if you're going down Church Street, at the corner of Church Street and Aston, we have one parking lot in the front of our church. And if you park there, you will have to walk uphill a little bit, which can be hard for some folks. Underneath the elm trees would be a good place to enter if you parked there. Otherwise, go around the back of the church on Buncombe Street. We have 4 lots that start from underneath the big rose window that you can see behind the sanctuary and going all the way down to Aston. So any of those parking lots. And on Sundays, we're actually allowed to park in the Banks parking lot and the parking lot that's right there next to the parking garage. So all of those are fair game on Sunday morning if you have a Central sticker. If you're visiting and you don't, the safer bet is to park right behind the church or in the bank lot and then come and talk to a staff member about getting a parking sticker or anything like that.
Okay, so one hurdle crossed. Phew. We're here, we've parked, but then what door should someone come in? There's a few here.
There are a few. So if you need an ADA accessible door, in between the sanctuary and the bank, there is a little strip of sidewalk, and that leads to a ramp, and that ramp will take you directly into the sanctuary. So that is a really good place if you're coming to worship and you need a ramp to enter. That's a really good spot. Another spot is around front on Church Street. We have 3 entrances. The main entrance of the church, which is hard to miss. It's really big and has a big stained glass window.
Even I know that one.
Okay, that's a good one. You passed your test. No. And then right down from that, there is an entrance that is down a flight of stairs that leads to kind of the main lobby. And then there's the fellowship hall entrance. And both of those are kind of underneath the giant treasured elm trees that are out front. So those are pretty easy to find. If you parked around back, this can be a little more tricky. So you need to look for an awning and a little gate. Go through that gate. I know it looks scary, but at the end of it is a door, and that'll lead you right into that same awning or main lobby area. So those are kind of the main ways to get into Central. And if you get into a space where you're like, I don't see anyone else around, go back out and ring one of the bells out there, and someone that's near the front desk will help kind of guide you with the Wizard of Oz voice from above where to go.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
There's a bailout.
Yeah, exactly. Just in case, pull the ripcord. So.
All right, so on top of that, once we're here, we're parked, we find our way inside, some of us come with a special situation. And this is actually a club that you have now joined.
Just recently.
It's the parent club. And so I'm coming with my children on Sunday. I've gone through all the effort of getting them up and kind of fed and semi-dressed, and they're here. What happens next? Who will help me with my children?
So if you're here for the early service and you want your children into the nursery before then, the best thing to do is go towards the offices and look for a staff member to take you down to the nursery. The nursery is on our very bottom floor of the education building. So if you want to do it yourself and you're a go-getter, get on the elevator and just take it to the very bottom, ring the bell, and someone will help get you and your child checked into the nursery. So you know they will have a sticker with your name and their name, and you'll know how to pick up. And that's, if you're coming before service so that you can do 8:45 and you're an early riser and somehow have a nursery age child and can get here at 8:45. There's
extra credit.
There's
for
a
all
select
that.
few. I'm not one of those people. Now, if you're looking for a place for kids, youth, and small babies to go during the Sunday school hour, the best thing to do is go near the library, because that's usually where you'll find most of the clergy staff, and Miss Ann, Pastor Ann, will be out there, and she can help kind of get you directed.
And that's right out these doors.
Just directly out the sanctuary
even I
doors.
can find that.
Very easy to find. But if you have a youth and they want to do it themselves and they don't want to hang out with mom and dad, send them up the main staircase to the 4th floor. And when they get up to the 4th floor, have them take a right, and that's where the youth arena is. And so you'll find Caroline, Pastor Caroline, who's our new youth minister up there. So I hope if you're here that you will find her on Sunday. And if you are on the same level of the sanctuary and you're a child, go all the way to the end of the hallway, past the offices, through the double doors, past the elevator and the bathrooms, and that is the children's wing. That's the education hallway. And so that is the place to go for Sunday school. I think that's all that. I think. Otherwise, make yourself at home. No kidding.
Well, and truly, I'll
Yeah.
say on top of all that, the advantage of having kids is that the noise kids make don't weird me out as much as they once did. And so if you like having your kids in service and they make some noise, just know that that's cool. If they make noise during my sermon, I'm just going to assume they like what I'm saying and feel encouraged. So whatever it is, just bring them.
And Ann always does a children's moment during the middle of service, and she'll always say at the end whether there's children's church or not. So if kids want to leave during the middle, they can, but we also celebrate everyone as a child of God and want them in here.
And on top of all that, this coming week, Vacation Bible School.
I know. I think they're going to add you into some of the skits. I think we're going to test your acting chops. It'll be a good time.
I can't wait. Yeah, and so I know Ann has been working hard, decorating everything. My kids are excited to come and participate. And yeah, it's awesome to be a part of a church with so much going on. We have Vacation Bible School for the kids. And then like the flip opposite of that, maybe, we have a really cool concert happening one night this week.
On Thursday, the 13th, we have a concert series here with our friend Jane Kramer and 2 of her friends, local singer-songwriters in the area. And the money will be to benefit Sisters Caring for Sisters, which is a doula service here in Asheville that helps primarily lower-income folks and women of color who have statistically higher rates of death during childbirth. And so this is a really good way to try to care for all and extend that care to people that are bringing new life into the world. And so we're going to use our sanctuary space for this concert, and it'll be the first of a series kind of quarterly over the next year called the Sanctuary Series. So we're really looking forward to that, and that is the 13th. And so for more information, call the office, reach out to me, and I think there's also a link on our website about that.
That's great. I'm really excited to be here. I know I've gotten to meet some of you, but there's a lot of you I haven't met. And so I hope I get to see you Sunday or sometime in the near future for one of the many things going on here. Thank you for having me.